Hello, Harness Racing Update fans. I'm Heather Vitale. As you can see, Hambletonian winner Captain Corey and a graduate of the Lexington Selected Yearling Auction is this year's cover boy. So which one of the 2021 yearlings will eventually make the cover? That's to be determined. Meanwhile, this week we will be bringing you video of these beautiful four-legged babies. And we're on to day 2. Wednesday's auction not only began with an earlier start time of 3 p.m., but actually the festivities were kicked off at 2 p.m. with a Cocktails for a Cause reception hour, followed by an auction for breedings to several premier stallions in the sport to raise money for the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge presented by Liebfeld & Katz Breeding Partnership. In total, the breedings raised $207,000, the most to date, with the highest price going to Wallin for $55,000. If you want to see more from the charity event, you can watch a live stream that was aired earlier today with host Dave Brower. You can see that on the Harness Racing Update Facebook page and YouTube channel. Now, are you ready for the Day 2 yearling highlights? I was hoping you'd say yes. And for the second night in a row, buyers went wild for Wallin. Early in the evening, we saw hip number 170, Double Dippin', consigned by Cameo Hills Farm, bringing $300,000. Lucas Wallin signed for the Wallin colt. That was a pretty penny for that yearling. Is that the highest priced yearling that you've ever signed for?
Yeah, so far.
So far. I love that answer. And now, does this mean that Lucas Wallin has arrived?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love it because, you're so young and you've got this stable that you're really building on. So now you have this Wallin, which is so exciting. And what did you love about this horse, other than the fact that Wallin is like a hot commodity?
Yeah, right. Wallin have been outstanding this year. And, first, of course, I saw the video of him and I liked him already there. And then the page is really good, and the whole individual I really liked him, that's for sure.
Now, the first time that you saw him, was it here at the sale, in person?
Yeah, it was. Usually I try to go to the farms once before the sale, but I didn't have a chance to get to Cameo Hills this year, and this Sunday was the first time I saw him, yeah.
Did you pull him out of the stall several times?
Yeah, I think I saw him 4 or 5 times so far, so that's good.
You know what? We've got this day sale going on. How do you like the day sale?
I liked it. It's both ways, of course. When you have a couple horses on Red Mile, you're gonna train and jog, and then it gets a little busy there before the sale. Like the horses sold today, I already seen all of them before today, but the ones you like, you want to pull out a couple times, to make sure you have the feeling, and so it gets a little stressed, but it's nice. We should be done here maybe 8:30 or something, and then you can have a good dinner afterwards and celebrate, and no, that's great.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
When hip number 230 rolled around, another Wallin colt brought a nice price of $250,000. Consigned by Preferred Equine, Wallander was bought by Steve Heimbecker. It's so crazy because I feel like I should know everybody in the business, and I'm just meeting Steve. And so we're going to start from the beginning. So how did you get into harness racing?
Long time ago. You know what? My dad was a huge fan. So I grew up in Ontario, Canadian boy. Elmira is around the corner. A little half-mile track, Elmira, great track. And we went there all the time. I have memories of Greenwood when they had $2 bills, and I used to shove those up on the little, I could barely get my head over, but we shoved those $2 bills up there. And you know what? It's one of those things that's kind of ingrained. And my dad and I still love to go to the track, so it's a family thing. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so you're from Ontario, all right? So you've owned horses for how long? Because you trained horses too, right?
No,
Or-
I didn't train. I've never trained a horse. I'd love to train a horse, but we'll leave that to the professionals. I've been in the business for, early 2000s is when I got involved, and I had a couple claimers, and then I moved more into the yearling stuff. I love the yearlings, and that's why I'm here. I love the babies. I love them, 2 and 3 years old. I don't have a lot of racehorses. I've got a lot of yearlings, though. Got a lot of 2 and 3 year olds, but no overnights. Got a few, but my passion is here, and Lexington's the best place to be, so it's fun.
When you say a lot, can we put a number on that?
I don't know. I think I've bought quite a few in the last few days. Brad Grant, who's a friend of mine, sent me a note last night around midnight, and he should have been sleeping, I think, at that point. But anyway, he sent me a note and said, "Geez, your name's everywhere, and congratulations." And it's probably one of the things I like about the business the most. There's really good people here. John Fielding's a good friend of mine, and it's just great to see everybody here. I wasn't able to come last year, like a lot of folks. From Canada with COVID and everything else. So it's great to be here. I think the number's probably close to 60, if I had to guess. So it's up there. Yeah, it's up there.
Well, I don't know if you knew this. I know something about him that he might not know.
Uh-oh,
You
here we go.
are the leading buyer right now as of this interview for day 1 and day 2.
Kind of like that. That's a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun, isn't it?
I'll be calling my private banker on Friday, I guess, right? So yeah.
Right. It's good to be number 1.
It is. You know what? For me, it is a passion. You know what? I've been really fortunate. Stars have aligned in a lot of cases, and I love the business, and I love the horses, and I love giving people opportunity. And I think we need that right now, and it's a lot of fun.
When the gavel went down on hip number 264, we saw a familiar face from last night's sale as owner Ken Jacobs bought another Wallin yearling. This Hunterton consigned filly is named Singeth with Joy. And Mr. Jacobs looked pretty joyful, signing that ticket for $510,000. And just a few hip numbers later, another Wallin filly not only stepped into the ring, but became the session topper with a price of $525,000. Consigned by Preferred Equine, number 268, named Wall to Wall, was signed by Nancy Tactor. 3 p.m. post time. How do you think that went?
I think it actually went well. They had the charity auction started off today and the cocktail hour before that, but charity auction went well. They raised some good money and they sold well, but the 3 o'clock start, I didn't hear any negatives. And, right now, based off of the results for tonight, I don't know, we'll analyze it, but it looks like it might be something that we can do in the future if the racing schedule stays the way it is.
We should mention actually tomorrow as well. So today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, 3 p.m. as well, starting the sale.
Yeah, 3 p.m., same amount of horses selling tomorrow. There's about 225 cataloged and start at the same time and just keep rolling through the train here. So.
Now you mentioned the charity auction. It was a big deal. They raised over $200,000.
Yeah, I heard it was a record amount and led by Wallin, which translates even tonight. But through 2 nights, the sale here through the 2 sessions, there's still 5 or 6 stallions that are averaging over 100,000. And led by Wallin, and he's got 40 some odd sold, and he's averaging nearly 170,000. So. It's that's part of the charity auction, and it's part of the the hype and things like that, and bring a good offering with the stallion selection for the Breeders' Crowns, and hat goes off to Marvin Katz and the Hamiltonian Society and whoever came up with that roster. They did a good job, and I was happy to see it pay dividends today for sure.
Absolutely, and you said gross is up for tonight compared to years past.
Yeah, we had an extremely strong session again. Trotters, They, there's a couple of Wallins that sold for over 500,000 there tonight, and I think both fillies, and there's some pacing in there too. But I just looked at the number real quick. It looks like we grossed about 17 million tonight, and there was 18 million last night. So it's well ahead of the 2019 record year. And I repeat what I said last night. It's always great to have great quality horses, and the people are here this week, and it's been energetic, and it's the same story, but it's really good to see everyone back here in person, and having a good time, and really, they're really hunting. They're working the grounds hard, and they're finding horses, and they're buying them, which is an awesome feeling.
I love it. It puts a smile on my face, just being a harness girl. So just good times.
No, absolutely. So see what happens tomorrow. We still have a lot of horses left. We're only through day 2, and we got tomorrow afternoon, and then Friday, and then into Saturday. So it's I hope everyone's at least watching the results, either if they're not here online, and watching the video feed online, and here again today, proxy bid. We have a lot of activity online, so it's great to offer that, and tomorrow just keep rolling for sure. So.
Yeah, the numbers were definitely up. Even a rainstorm did not dampen things.
And now we got to around hip number 330 or so, and a lot of lightning and thunder and heavy rain. And we got a call from the barns from a couple consigners, say, listen, we just got to slow this down a little bit. So we walked up and just, for the safety of the horses and the handlers and things like that, we took a 10-minute pause and we let it blow through. But it sure did rain, and I think there's some barns flooded and things like that. But listen, the sale's hot, and the storm ain't going to cool us off. We're just going to keep rolling for sure. So, but same thing, everyone's patience. They've been great this week. It's really been a smooth sale so far, and credit goes to the buyers, the sellers, and everyone who makes it happen. Is hats off to them for sure.
Day 2 is in the books. And these videos are just the tip of the iceberg. If you want full coverage, check out the Harness Racing Update newsletter. I'm Heather Vitale. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow again from the Lexington Selected Yearling Sale.